Hi guys, welcome back to Dev Astrology. Today we are doing the video for the transit of Jupiter into the sign of Gemini, and this video is being recorded for Pisces sign. Yes, you can watch this video both from a Pisces rising, ascendant Lagna, or from Pisces moon perspective as well. Now guys, as I've been calling out throughout the series, this video is being shot for the duration from May 14th, when Jupiter is going to be transiting into the sign of Gemini, all the way till October 18th, post which Jupiter will move into the sign of its exaltation in Cancer. Yes, Jupiter will be coming back into the sign of Gemini in retrograde motion in Jan 2026, but we shall be making a fresh video at that point in time to give you insights as to what would happen during the retrograde motion as well. So for the duration of May all the way to October, Jupiter's transit into the sign of Gemini is what we're going to be dealing in here. Without further ado, folks, let's jump into the video, look into the chart and understand what does this transit hold for you. So guys, as you can see on the screen here, you have Jupiter moving into your fourth house. He is the lord of your first house. If you're watching it from a Lagna perspective, he is your Lagna lord. Or from your Rashi perspective, he is your Rashi lord of where your moon sign is placed. As well as he has the ownership of your 10th house as well, which means that Jupiter is holding two very primary positions in your chart and moving into a Kendra position itself. Being the lord of your first house of your Lagna, Jupiter is responsible for your personality, for your knowledge, for your intellect, for your health, for everything that you can imagine in your life, for your gains, for your losses. How good or bad you might deliver over a period of time can be seen through the position and the movement of Jupiter in your chart. At the same time, being the lord of 10th house, and it's such an important position, Jupiter likes 10th house as well. His lordship of the 10th denotes your karma, your efforts, your value system, your thought process, your fame in the society, how you are going to transform from a job or from a business perspective. All of those things can be seen from your 10th house itself. It is your social well-being. It is the respect. It's the fame that you can also anticipate coming in. It is second from the ninth, means it is the accumulation of everything with respect to your dharma, translating into the outcomes for your life. And such an important critical planet is coming into the fourth house, into the sign of Gemini. Guys, you have to understand a couple of things here. Jupiter does not have a great relationship when it comes to Mercury. And to make matters difficult, coming into the sign of Gemini, it is also a sign from a Kalpurus chart perspective, which defines the Marankaraka position of Jupiter. Why? Because in the third house, Jupiter has one of the most difficult positions to be in. So when he is moving into this particular sign, it is naturally that some level of challenges, turbulences, problems will come, but there's an equal respite as well. See, it is forming a Kendra Raj Yoga. Being the lord of Lagna lord coming into another Kendra position is a Raj Yoga in itself. And then being the lord of Kendra house and sitting in the Kendra itself is another Raj Yoga. So it's similar Raj Yoga which is coming into play, but these are two different Raj Yogas as defined in BPHS. So from a Vedic astrology perspective, its placement under the fourth house is terrific for you folks. Then you have to also understand the fact that Jupiter gets exalted into the sign of Cancer in the fourth house. Yes, it is not in the sign of Cancer, but in Kalpurus chart perspective, the way we derive the meaning of its placement as Maran Karaka in the sign of Gemini, it becomes equally powerful in the fourth house as well. And I know there are so many of you who've asked this question, that Dave, I have watched XYZ YouTube channel and they're saying fourth house placement is not good. I'm giving you reasoning. Jupiter gets exalted in the fourth sign. Okay. So it is not a bad position. Always, yes, there is that tricky situation that it causes some issues in the house where it gets placed. But Jupiter yet always prefers to be placed in a Kendra position. He always tends to do much better. I think In one of my other videos, I've called this out as well. Jupiter's favorite positions would be the first house, 10th house, fourth house, and the last being seventh house. So it's in a good dignity, it's in a good position for you Pisces folks. Now, what you have to understand here is that it is coming into the house of your mental peace, your emotions, your well-being, your assets, movable, immovable properties that you acquire, your knowledge in itself. It also denotes your nurturing behavior, your caretaking mindset, sensitivity that you bring to the table. All those positive emotions can be seen through the fourth house itself. It is your throne. It is where you feel most powerful. And imagine when your first lord, Rashi lord or Lagna lord is coming into the fourth house, it becomes such a powerful movement for you. The first thing that you have to remember is that when first and fourth association comes into play, and that too with Jupiter, somewhere or the other, you are going to be inclined towards having a luxurious lifestyle. Remember in the series that I did with House Lord in different houses? If you've not had a chance, folks, go and visit that. You will automatically, many of you will keep asking me, Dev, are you running any classes? No, I'm not. But you see, the videos that I'm making, they become so easy to adapt and understand things that you can apply those concepts into your monthly readings as well. And you will find a lot of confidence doing that. So if you go and visit that series, you will understand why I'm saying and what I'm saying here. So Jupiter's connection now to the fourth house is going to incline you towards finding some me time, some time where you enjoy luxury, you enjoy, and luxury can be of anything. It could be becoming lethargic to a certain extent. It could denote being lazy. It could just taking some time off, being just content with the way things are shaping for you. So it is going to bring that sort of a mindset. It is going to bring an intent where you are going to now feel comfortable in whatever you are, in whatever sphere you are. You are going to rejoice that you are going to enjoy it. Yes, the risk is, and if you're watching Dale Astrology as a channel where I keep saying that we have to learn to rule our planets, essentially what I'm trying to determine here is that how can you make sure that you do the right choices in your life given the circumstances that are being generated by these planets. So you have to understand that being lazy is not going to be the right attitude. That is the negative trigger that Jupiter can bring in the table. However, it will also give you opportunity to enjoy luxury in life. It is coming into a house where he wants to provide you luxury. Jupiter is the Karaka Rahu, but on a positive side of things, of abundance, of fulfillment, satisfaction, expansion. So Jupiter is going to now give you that expansion in your well-being, at your health, in your emotional place, in your mental peace. You are going to start feeling a lot more relaxed, Pisces guys. You will feel comfortable. You will feel fulfilled with whatever you are doing and whatever you are having. You might start to pick up doing things that make you happy now, which could also mean that moving in from the third house to the fourth, some of the hobbies, etc., that you had picked up, they are now going to amalgamate and become a part of your life. You are going to enjoy doing chores, which to others might appear to be as if hard work, but it might be something which is very fruitful, which is very satisfying to you. So that's the first implication that comes into play. The second implication that will come into play is going to be more on the materialistic side of things. You are now going to work towards, you are going to put in your personal effort towards the expansion, towards the luxury of your assets, towards materialism, which means many of you Pisces during the course of this transit are going to make efforts to build a new home. Many of you might want to acquire a new property, new asset, new materialistic goals towards enriching yourself with something luxurious is going to be paramount in your life during this transit. The third bit that you'll have to understand is that this Jupiter is also going to prompt you to gain more knowledge, more learning, and you will in general, and we will talk from a 10th house perspective as well, but in general, you will be now excited to expand your knowledge base. You would want to learn about different subjects, different topics, matters, and present your opinion. And guys, because Jupiter is there in Gemini, it will give you the opportunity to present that opinion in a more formal setup, in the form of conferences, in the form of webinars, in the form of expression in written communication as well. So it's not that you are going to confine yourself in terms of gaining that knowledge, but you would want to splash it, you would want to share it, you would want to highlight that to the larger world as to what sort of intelligent thought process you are going to build over the course of this transit. Positive thing. This Jupiter is also going to increase your self effort towards finding that peace you will embark upon. Or if you are not, when I say you will, it also means that you have to think of you have to or you must. Because if you try something of that sort, it is going to result into the outcome. So you must explore doing something like a yoga, something like meditation, something that brings you peace, something like listening to music as well. That could also be very positive outcome for you at this point in time, Pisces. So figure out mechanisms, or you will embark upon a journey that is going to give you an opportunity to bring that satisfaction, that contentment, that peace within yourself. Now, I'm very directly hinting here, folks, there could be one way where you become lazy, relaxed, lethargic, and you're not pushing your efforts through. Ideally, that shouldn't happen because Jupiter is your 10th house lord as well and coming into the 4th house. But on a positive side of things, you could be making your efforts in terms of rewarding yourself rightfully for the luxury that you deem suitable for your life, as well as ensuring that you are working, you're putting your efforts towards acquiring all those luxuries, all that satisfaction. Now, because 10th Lord is also moving 7 places away to itself into the 4th house. Many of you could be associated with work from home, or you are looking for opportunities where you can work or create an environment at your workplace that is satisfying as well. Work could become prominent from your home as well. The boundaries between home and work might fade away, and that is a positive thing. I'm a workaholic myself, so at least I see that positively. Guys, if your karma is becoming more and more prominent and it is coming to a place where it enhances your knowledge, it enhances your sharpness, it enhances your intellect, it's a positive thing in my mind. Pisces, I also see the possibility that many of you, when I was alluding to learning new things, you will be actually spending time to learn stuff that helps you expand and grow in your career, be it your business, be it your job, or whatever. You are going to inculcate that sort of thought process as well and bring it to the table. So it is going to be a positive shift from that angle as well. Now, this could also bring in possibilities of shift of your residence, which is either because of the expansion in your career, more efforts coming in from your side, or also because there could be some kind of transfer, relocation possibilities that might come to the table. And it may not be a bad idea, Pisces, for you to explore new opportunities from a career perspective, shifting your home perspective during this transit. Now, let's quickly look into what the aspects of Jupiter are talking to us. Jupiter from the 4th house is aspecting your 8th house, 10th house, and your 12th house. Very importantly, if you see the 10th Lord sitting in the 4th house in its natural house of exaltation is looking back into its own sign. Its Mool Trikon sign is Sagittarius. And he's giving an aspect there, which is what a very positive outlook coming in through this transit for you guys. Pisces, I have zero doubts that this is going to be a transformative and growth period from your career perspective. Whether you are running your own business, whether you are currently in a job, whether you are a student watching this video whose priority, whose karma is to focus towards their education, whether you are a homemaker whose priority is to ensure that how you bring everything collectively together for your family, or whatever walk of life you come from, if you are a retiree watching this video and figuring out as to what next, Jupiter is going to give a very transformative and positive outlook. At one side of the things, you are going to feel mentally balanced, at peace, comfortable. You are going to reward yourself with the right mindset. And on the other side of things, with the right mindset and right attitude, you would be focused towards growing your karma, expanding on your 10th house efforts to the right outcome. Jupiter is giving you a phenomenal, possibility with this transit that you can determine your growth, your success at your work with your karmas the way you would want to do so. It is going to impart you with a knowledge that helps you succeed with your work. It is going to give you the right learning that helps you succeed in your career, in your education. It is going to help you better with respect to your public relations, with your interactions with the masses. You are going to gain respect from the people and the larger setup, and that is a very positive thing, because gaining that respect is going to ensure that your confidence in itself will have a multiplier effect. It's a positive transit coming out for you, Pisces. So, be excited about it. The other bit is that though Saturn is sitting in the first house, he is also giving a 10th aspect to your 10th house itself. And if you are watching this from a Pisces moon sign perspective, where you are under the impact of Jupiter, is providing a tremendous relief for you during this period, because now Jupiter is coming out of that aspect of Saturn. And whilst he is going to be here, he is going to give that confident aspect on to your 10th house. Thereby, any challenges that you could have anticipated coming because of a negative Saturn in your chart, you are going to counter that as well. Even if you are watching this from Lagna perspective, from Pisces ascendant standpoint as well, this implication is going to come to the table. But Sadisadi is something that triggers so much fear. I want to specifically call that out for you folks. Remember, during the same period at the fag end of this month, and I will be coming up with videos of the transit of Ketu and Rahu as well. Rahu is going to be transiting into his own house in the 12th house itself. And Jupiter will be giving an aspect onto this Rahu as well, which means a lot of your work related to international relations, international collaboration, success with respect to career coming in that direction. If you've been anticipating movement around your visa related issues, if you've been anticipating some sort of job related transfers to a foreign land, if you've been figuring out a mechanism that whether or not you can travel to a faraway location, all those avenues are going to have a positive trigger for you, Pisces, because this Jupiter is going to add on to the expansion that Rahu brings, but with his beautiful pious aspect. So that's another positive thing. I mean, I cannot imagine such a powerful transit coming into play for any of the other, zodiac signs. And kid me not, you can go and watch the entire series that I've done, the last 11 videos, and you will see the confidence with which I'm giving you this positive insight. But you have to make sure that you grab that opportunity with both hands. This Jupiter giving an aspect into the 12th house is also going to bring an inclination towards taking spiritual activities, embarking upon a spiritual journey. You might have traveled to a pilgrimage, for that matter, maybe far away from your land. For a guy like me who's currently living in US, I might end up traveling to, one of the pilgrimages far away in India, because now that is a foreign land to me. So understand, this kind of a connotation will come into play for you. But at the same time, expenses will also be on the rise. And the beauty is that whilst Jupiter is giving that aspect into the 12th house, the expenses will be on the positive side of things. Meaning some of you could be making those expenses for your business. Some of you might be picking up new courses, learning new stuff for your job, for your career. Many of you might be embarking upon your college education in a foreign country and getting, that admission sorted, putting in fee for all those things is going to happen. Many of you might, as I said, purchase a new property. Expense might come in that direction. Positive expenses are going to come as long as Jupiter is creating that impact. And that is very important for you to understand. But at the same time, Jupiter is going to be giving an aspect to your 8th house as well. 8th house is about hidden stuff, occult, learning new things, research. And guys, that is where all of it will tie down together. If you see and understand this reading holistically, I said Jupiter's presence in the 4th house is all about expansion of knowledge. And he's giving an aspect into your 8th house. Now that expansion of knowledge could come for many of you who might want to fructify their learning in an area of occult. Somebody wants to learn astrology. Somebody wants to learn tarot reading, for that matter. Or it could be you doing research to double click, expand on your career. You might want to learn new stuff whilst you are, say, studying in the commerce direction, but you learn something with AI as well, so that you couple that with finance and AI and come up with a new, expertise in the market. Think about it, guys. Pisces, you can do those kind of transformative things. You might be learning something, a new course, a new research for your career to do something better in that space. You're running your own business. You learn something new, a new form. And guys, learning doesn't mean having a formal degree or education. It is about you exposing in isolation, doing that research in depth. That what can I do to open up a new office, let's say in Latin America? That kind of ideas, that wild ideation of coming out of your comfort zone and doing something different as an entrepreneur. You can achieve that, Pisces, during this phase. Your Lagna Lord, even in the next transit when he comes into exaltation, it is promising a lot of positive movement. And we will do a double click detailed insight as to what happens when Jupiter becomes exalted post October and again in the second half of 2026. But the transit of Jupiter in the in these next few months is going to give you immense possibilities. If you are associated with a teaching profession, if you are into consultation of some sort, consulting, astrologer for that matter, I consult people to make best use of what they have at their hand. Or getting started with with something new in finance, in banking, insurance, healthcare, all of those businesses, even restaurant business for that matter, anything that has to do with knowledge, medical field, being a doctor, being a lawyer for that matter. I mean, what not can you cover with Jupiter? It's such a powerful planet. And he's going to give you such phenomenal opportunity to grow during this period, Pisces. So I hope you will not let squander this opportunity that is coming in your life. I see a lot of positives happening. It is up to you that in conjunction to your natal dasha and antardasha and this transit, Pisces, what sort of an impact you can create in life. And if all of this has made sense, then you must smash on that like button, subscribe to their astrology, and keep watching.